Hey, how you doing? Perry Allison, President of Premier Fitness Service with you. I'm so excited to get with you and talk to you about sanitizing your fitness amenity. If you're a user or if you oversee a fitness center, I want to get you this information based on world events, coronavirus, and really just kind of the flu and other bacteria and germs that are commonly found in the fitness center. This is information we need to reiterate and make sure that we have available to our team. Okay, so very first place I want to start is with users' best practices. Okay, so hygiene, that's something that's been in the news recently as a way to keep the coronavirus from spreading. Okay, obviously washing our hands before and after using the fitness center is so important, as well as wiping down each piece of equipment that's used before and after use. And in fact, along those lines, sanitation wipes is something that we provide here at Premier Fitness Service. This is for distribution to consumers as well as commercial fitness amenities, sanitation wipes as well as dispensers. Okay, we have these. If you need them for your fitness center, please contact us and we'll get you set up. For this demonstration, I want to show you how to wipe down each piece of equipment, the nuances of the equipment and accessories that are commonly found in fitness centers. I want to talk to you about. For my demonstration, I'm going to be using one sanitation wipe, but please keep in mind, for every piece of equipment you want to wipe down, you need to use at least one wipe, if not multiple. And the way to really kind of tell whether or not one is going to be sufficient is you want to continue to see the liquid spreading evenly across the surface that you're wiping down. Okay, so that's a disinfectant that's going to keep your fitness equipment well sanitized. So make sure that that's happening. Go ahead and follow me this way. We're going to be talking about cardio equipment first. Okay, so this is of course a rower. This is a spin bike, but for any type of cardio piece, really the protocol remains the same. We're looking for user contact points and wiping down those spots in particular. Okay, so of course the console and the keys that we're pressing during use, we're wiping that down. Okay, we're wiping down the hand grips here on the row machine, the resistance knob adjustment, as well as of course the seat. Okay, so we're wiping that, all of these spots down and making sure that they're ready to go. During use, of course, sweat can fall into other places, right? So on a rower, sweat will fall into the ground. If you're a user, please, out of courtesy for your fellow users, please wipe down your sweat if you find it falling in other places. Even though others aren't going to come into direct contact with your sweat and it's not going to be a safety or health concern, it's just kind of gross. So please do us a favor, wipe it all up for us, okay? Moving over to a bike, again, very similar to the rower, wiping down the console and of course the keys that we're commonly touching, the resistance knob here, as well as the handle grips, okay? And then the seat as well, okay? So wiping down all those contact points, one thing I want to stress, at this moment, we really want to make sure that we're utilizing dispensable sanitation wipes. The reason why is because bacteria can collect and stay on cloth towels for an extended period of time, okay? Additionally, using cloth towels obviously requires some sort of disinfectant spray. So with the sprays, it's really a bad idea to use them because kind of an excessive amount of fluid often finds its way onto the equipment, and in particular, consoles that experience that excessive fluid, the fluid can seep into the cracks and seams of the plastic and then corrode the electronics, which is really bad for the product in general. So a couple reasons why. Main thing, health and safety. Let's continue to maintain our wiping down with the wipes. Okay, so if you follow me this way, we're going to talk a little bit about strength equipment. So strength equipment is very straightforward. User contact points are pretty much the full extension of the padding. In this case, we're looking at a free weight bench and we want to wipe down the entire extent of the pad itself, making sure that our fluid is still being distributed evenly. Okay, and so we're good to go there with plates, weights, and dumbbells. Okay, pretty straightforward. Some of the only contact points that the user is encountering is just a few things. It's the handle, primarily, obviously, the handle of the weight itself, right? Bang. So we're wiping down the handle. In this case, I'm touching a power block, which has a weight adjustment setting here. So just being obviously common sense minded and wiping down anything that you're going to be interacting with in the fitness center is a great idea to wipe down. So if you're a user, this is something you want to do as you're utilizing the fitness amenity. If you oversee fitness centers, this is something that you or your staff should be doing at the beginning of each day. Hopefully during the day we find time to do that, as well as at the end of the day. This is going to really express to your tenants, your customers, your guests, your employees, whichever fitness application you have, that you paying attention, you care about them, you care about their experience as well as their health and safety. And the very last thing I want to turn your attention to is accessories. Now, with accessories, and especially with world events being what they are, folks being a little bit more apprehensive about what they're touching and what they're engaging with, accessories may be something, if this aligns with your best practices for your company, we may want to consider eliminating from your fitness amenity. And I'll tell you why. So this in particular is a foam roller. And of course, this foam roller has a collection of ridges running along its surface. Now, this would be a little bit challenging to wipe down the entire surface of this, getting in between all the ridges. Kind of gross too if you're the user, like you know that the person before you hasn't wiped it down to the extent that you are right now, and you're kind of like wiping probably quite a few sessions out of there. So this may be something, while things being what they are, we may want to go ahead and eliminate from our fitness center. Okay, this yoga mat here, very dense, a thick yoga mat, very comfortable to use, but highly absorbent as a result. So sweat is definitely making its way into the fibers of these, and obviously collecting and maintaining the bacteria as a result. And then also with yoga mats, who knows what side the user is actually going to be laying on. So it's really challenging to effectively wipe down the entire unit, especially just for one session, and users aren't really going to have, in a lot of cases, the patience to go ahead and properly do that. Other accessories like stability balls kind of speak for themselves. As you wipe it down, it's rolling onto the ground, so it's kind of obviously, again, contaminating itself before you even have it effectively cleaned. And with, for example, a balance ball. Balance ball, though it may seem straightforward, you want to go ahead and wipe down the surface of the balance ball. Look at what you're grabbing onto as you're moving it around the fitness center to the location you want to actually use it. The side rails, right? So how much of the side rails are we cleaning? And so is this something that the user is going to be specifically thoughtful about? Maybe not. So as a result, we may want to consider eliminating those items from the fitness center for the time being. Maybe encouraging the users to purchase these items. If they use them once, they're likely to use them very often and want to use them at home. So maybe giving them some links to where they can purchase those, and then bring them into your fitness space for their personal use. Last thing, want to recap it, again, going back to it, this really all hinges upon the user being able to maintain their own safety and security in your fitness space by washing their hands, keeping a clean environment, encouraging that, and demonstrating it for others who maybe don't have the same habits that they've already created for themselves. So Premier, here we've created a document, and we encourage folks to go ahead and hang them around the office. I'm actually looking for it myself. Where the heck did it go? Anyways, it is just a quick one sheet. Here it is, actually. Quick one sheet that reminds you, wash your hands, be a good person, be a good person to yourself and others, right? Go ahead and wipe down all the equipment, and use disposable sanitation wipes that you've so graciously provided to your user, and go ahead and stick that around the facility, okay? Inside the fitness center, outside the fitness center, wherever that's applicable, put it into an email blast, get the word out to your users. We are serious, we mean business about keeping you safe, and it is our dedication. So in that, Premier is here to support you in your fitness amenity. It's our passion to make sure that not only your equipment is maintained properly, but your entire fitness space is absolutely optimal, completely safe, and it's our pleasure to serve you. So contact our great folks here, our experts in our office, and we look forward to supporting you soon.